Hello again. Well, I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but finally a comment kind of persuaded me to get started. And this is I've been comparing two cheap USB DACs. There's the Audioquest Dragonfly Black and the Cyrus Soundkey. Now, the first thing to say is, neither of these are bad DACs in my opinion. In fact, when I listen to them and compare them on my, usually cheap mobile phone, they're both significantly better than the headphone output of that. I mean, what I've got here is a Motorola Moto G5, so it's actually still got a headphone out. Okay, so how I did this was I listened on Tidal, and I used the same bit rate for both, and listened to a couple of albums, and well, this is what I think. First of all, construction wise, although this seems to be made of plastic and this is definitely got a metal, they both seem to be very well constructed. There are a couple of differences, however. The Dragonfly has got a USB A, which you can plug straight into a laptop or something, and it's got a sort of a light up dragonfly there, and this lights up in various different colours depending on the bit rate that's coming to it, and it lights up a kind of a magenta colour if you've got MQA, because this can sort of complete the unfolding of MQA, I believe, and this one certainly can't. If that makes any difference to you personally, I'm not convinced. The Cyrus Soundkey has got a micro USB slot on it, and that's a little bit less sort of elegant, because if you're using it with I don't know, say a lightning port for an iPhone or something, instead of the USB with the Dragonfly USB A, you plug it straight into camera adapter. With this, you've got one adapter going to a second adapter, kind of daisy chain. So it's all a bit sort of a bit unwieldy, really. Okay, so sound quality. Well, I listened to a couple of albums. The first one I listened to was Dr. John's Gree Gree, and on the first track, Gree Gree Gumbo Yaya, I certainly noticed the Cyrus had a more kind of immediate and live sound, whereas the Dragonfly sound is a bit veiled, a bit more relaxed, and certainly more polite. I then listened to the sort of one of these Jethro Tull original sort of masters albums, and on for example Life's a Long Song, the piano comes in, and I definitely found that the piano was much clearer to hear on the Cyrus than it was on the Dragonfly. And lastly, I listened to the new Somnia album by Hawkwind, and for example, on the first track, which is called Unsomnia, there's kind of an organ sound that comes in about 30 seconds on. I think it's an organ. Anyways, it's definitely sort of easier to hear on the Cyrus. The other thing I noticed about the Cyrus Soundkey is that it had a bit more power. So I think if you've got phones that are a bit more sort of difficult to drive, this might be better as well. So, to sum up then, both the Dragonfly Black and the Cyrus, I think, are very good products. The Dragonfly Black's got a sort of a more relaxed, politer sound, but is I think less detailed. The Soundkey is definitely more detailed. It's got a more immediate sound. I did do my listening with my favourite AKG Q701 headphones, and I did wonder a bit whether if I'd use something like my Grados, which are also very bright, well, it's also very bright. This isn't hugely bright. Maybe slightly brighter the two. Maybe this would have got a bit more fatiguing earlier on. I don't know. So maybe something to think about. I say, I don't think either of these are bad. In some ways, it comes down to personal preference. But the two, I certainly found the Soundkey, the Cyrus Soundkey, was as I say, more detailed and overall less veiled, I think, than the Dragonfly Black. So I hope that's been of some use to you. Thanks for watching. Bye now.